Welcome to News Alert on Capital Television. In the headlines, National Health Insurance Authority satisfied with biometric registration process so far. A radio news editor allegedly commits suicide at Obuasi. And musical chair game being played with Bukom Banku, Aite Powers fight. The National Health Insurance Authority has been explaining the reasons behind the introduction of the new biometric card system for subscribers. The Director of Management Information Systems at the authority, Perry Nelson, says the introduction is expected to deal with one of the major challenges within the system, which is corruption. The NHIA has recently invested huge amount of monies into its operations as part of moves to improve on service delivery. Perry Nelson says the introduction of the biometric card system is also to eliminate the delays associated with the registration process, which hitherto could take close to 3 months.
Biometric membership system was introduced to address some challenges that we have within the National Health Insurance Scheme. Prior to the introduction of the biometric membership system, if a subscriber goes to the scheme to register, they register and it might take them up to 3 months or so before they get a card. The BMS system gives them instant ID cards at the point of registration so that they get their card straight away. They don't have to wait months. That allows the scheme also to manage their cards better. In the past, when people register, we might issue them a card. By the time we are ready with the card, we cannot even find them to give the cards to. With the BMS, it allows us to not waste money, but give our cards instantly to people when they register.
Although the new registration process is expected to be faster, Capital News still witnessed long queues at some registration centers. Mr. Nelson noted that the authority anticipated such long queues, but added that it could be attributed to the fact that it is a new process that has just started.
The biometric system also allows us to uniquely authenticate our subscribers when they attend a hospital or clinic for service. Because we are capturing their biometric features, we are able to check that you are who you are when you go for service. So we know that you are eligible for the service which we are offering. The authentication also allows us to generate a code which we call the CCC, and that code follows you as a claim, so that the claims that we get are claims which are for that person, for that visit only. Hitherto, we cannot be sure when we get a claim that claim is for you for that particular visit, because we have no way of checking that you are the person who received that service. But now, with the biometric, we can have a code that shows us that you are the person that received the service. When you go to a provider, we compare your fingerprint to the one stored on the card. If they match, then we generate a code. That is what we call the CCC, claim check code. That claim check code tells us that you are at that facility at that time in person. So it helps us to check abuses where we get claims of people who have never been to a particular facility.
The Ghana Red Cross Society in the month of May is joining the Red Cross movement worldwide to celebrate more than 150 years of humanitarian action worldwide. The theme for this year's celebration is My Red Cross Story, and it is to remind volunteers, staff and beneficiaries of their connection to the movement. The movement across the globe helps support over 180 million people every year in community programs, responding to disasters and inspiring hope. In Ghana, the Red Cross Society reaches more than 200,000 people each year, building stronger communities with volunteer-led programs such as disaster response and early recovery, community health and development programs. A week-long of activities planned across the country started on the 4th of May. The focus this year will be the Western region with a planned launch of an emergency response fund. Reports reaching Capital News says an editor with Time FM in Obuasi, Albert Nana Asante, has allegedly committed suicide at the early hours of Monday morning. He was found dead in an uncompleted building, allegedly from a poisonous substance he drank in the morning. Albert Asante, preparing for his wedding on the 18th of May, is believed to have committed the act due to pressure from his ex-girlfriends. Sources disclosed that two ladies, one claiming to have a child for him and another pregnant for him, were demanding 4,000 Ghana cedis and 3,000 Ghana cedis each from the deceased. His last WhatsApp message to a friend read, and I quote, "Sorry for the pain caused each and everyone, but I think the time is due. Elder Wampia, seek forgiveness. Gina, I still love and care." His body has been deposited at the morgue. And now some sports news. The much-anticipated bout between Bukom Banku and Ayite Powers has been rescheduled from May 16th to May 15th. This time, the rescheduled date is in consultation with the Osu Traditional Council and Africa Box Office Sports Promotions due to the ban on drumming and noise-making, which takes effect from the month of May to June. The Judgment Night bout has had dates previously changed from April 25th to April 18th. Most Ghanaians are eagerly awaiting the big fight. Many experts tip the fight to be the biggest in Ghana's recent boxing history.